Hi, I am Muhammad Ghassan Ibrahim. I will be talking in this tutorial about the Java programming language. This is an introduction to Java programming language. We will be using some resource or reference, let's say, which is the Pro Java ME application, modular Java, killer game programming, building mobile application with Java, Java the good part, Java network programming the self edition, head first Java development, let's say. These books can be downloaded from the IT ebook website, which is itebook.info. Well, we will be using an IDE, which is an integrated development environment, such as Eclipse, which provide an IDE provide all tools that the developer need to make his application from the scratch to the end and to the final produce. Okay, we will be using Eclipse. It can be downloaded from here, www.eclipse.org/downloads, and you can select or download Eclipse Classic or the Eclipse IDE for Java EE developer. And also we will be using the NetBeans IDE. The NetBeans IDE is an IDE which is from Oracle, and which provide all tools which programmer need to make his application. Also, there are another IDE for Java which call it GDeveloper. This GDeveloper is delivered in a package which call it Developer Suite from Oracle website. You can find that from Oracle website. In this first tutorial, quickly we will be talking about object-oriented programming. What's mean by object-oriented programming? How we can use object-oriented programming? What is the feature of using object-oriented programming? Let's make an introduction and see what's happened. First, there are two rules in object-oriented programming that say everything is an object, and every object have let's say properties and actions. These two rules are basically the two best rules that you should know about object-oriented programming. It's a problem or what? And actions. Look at here. Actions. Okay. We'll be moving here to here. Okay. Everything. We say every. The meaning of every is that everything, such as disk, table, computer, smartphone, person, is an object. And this object has properties and actions. For example, a person is an object. From this first rule is an object, and this object, which is person, have properties and actions. The properties of person is the things that specialize him from another person, such as style, such as color of eyes, I don't know, anything which specialize him from the other. And actions, such as eating, playing, working, I don't know, from the second rule. Okay, these two rules are basically the best rule that you should know about object-oriented programming in any language you want to work in. Okay, and from this concept that we will be introducing, we say that every object has property and action, and everything is an object. This object is is a special thing from a category or from class. For example, in our example, we say that a person is an object, but this person is from a category or from class which is human or persons. We say this person is called, for example, Peter. Peter is an object from the class persons or from the class human. That we should make it before making an object in a programming language. Basically, we make the first we make a class which have in any class we say that the object will be copy from a class. We say that an object is a special copy from a class, and in a class we have properties, and we have actions or void or method that this object will do and will have. We will be saying that this is H or H for human, this class, and this object should be the same, and this object is a copy from H, which is specialized and different from H in many things. We will say P for Peter, or Peter, let's say Peter. Okay, Peter is an object from the class which is called H. H is a class or the main category that Peter refers to. Okay, I hope that this will be clear. Okay, Peter, the same properties in H are in Peter. The same property in H are in Peter. For example, the property of color in H, it should be in Peter, but the difference between this property in H and this property in Peter, that in H we will say that H have a property which called color, but in Peter we will say that this object, this is a class and this is an object. Peter is an object from a class which is human and have a property which is color, which is equal to, for example, let's say blank or red or anything. Okay, this is the difference between properties here and properties here. Okay, so we can't, it's impossible to talk about object without talking about class. We can't make an object without making a class. We should make a class first and then make an object from this class. I hope that my explanation be clear. Okay, now we should make an introduction to the concept of programming in general. In programming, what is programming? What is programming language and programming in Java? What's all this? All this is about computer. Computer is actually many component, electronic component, which provide a service to us. But this computer can't make anything without a program. A program is the orders that the computer should do to earn the result that we want. I will be explaining in a moment. So let's say that a computer, a person have a special language. Well, let's say English, for example. English. This is the language of persons. Computers are different from persons. It's use language which call it assembly or object language. Let's say assembly. Or binary language, which binary is more correct than assembly. Let's say binary language. Binary language is a language which is constructor by 0 and 1. 0 and 1. Let's say binary language. We'll be deleting this and saying that's English. This English language. Or English. Okay? But the person who knows the English language did not know the binary language, and the computer knew only the binary language. It can't talk in English language or understand English language, okay, to make things or to accept order and do it, okay. So we will be needing to a compiler. What is a compiler? A compiler is a tool that's transform a particular language to a binary language, but actually we didn't use the English language as a programming language. A programming language is it's two types. There are high level language such as Java, C++, C, Python, Ruby, and many other languages. And there are which is called a low level language like assembly, binary, which is probably more complex and more difficult to understand. So our language is the Java programming language. What is good in the Java programming language? The Java programming language uses the object-oriented programming, which we talked about in a moment. But Java, from the object-oriented programming or the object-oriented concept, give some very nice features, which is the efficiency of time. With object-oriented programming, you can correct your code in a moment, such as let's say writing shortcodes. Okay, so here we will be stopping now, and at the second lecture we will be open up Eclipse, which is the IDE, and we will be beginning talking about the basic programming in Java. Say